So, you want to retire before age 59 and a half. Well, here's what you need to know. In order to accomplish a retirement that does not depend on systems that tell you when you can actually use your money without penalty, you're going to have to build what we call a private retirement plan. A private retirement plan consists of accounts that you actually start yourself with a private company outside of your employer and outside any plan that the government provides. This can also include investments that you've made on your own that will supply a steady stream of income, or you can sell for lump sum amounts and then continue to annuitize or invest that further to create more income. And in most scenarios, people with private retirement plans involve both investments that they've started on their own and private accounts that they've started with private entities. Now, if retiring before the age of 59 and a half years old does not actually interest you at all, well, this video is not for you. But you might know someone that actually does want to retire before age 59 and a half, but they just don't know where to start or what that looks like. And more than likely, you have someone in your life that definitely does want to retire before age 59 and a half. So essentially, this video is for everyone. Now, let's first briefly talk about these private retirement accounts that one can start outside of retirement savings plans with their employer. And like I said, any other investment that is tied to the government and restrictions that they might impose on those specific accounts. Most of these private retirement accounts are going to involve what we call after-tax dollars, meaning you've already paid your initial tax burden or liability up front on this money, and it's sitting somewhere waiting for you to place and invest. There are a few exceptions to this rule, but I won't get too much into that because these are more complicated accounts that we set up for people who want to legally convert tax-deferred money into tax-advantaged money and use it before the actual age of 59 and a half years old. So that is doable. But again, I'm just going to cover in general some of the more basic private retirement accounts in which you will be using after-tax dollars to fund them. Now, in many situations, when you use after-tax dollars to place into an account or an investment, the government is going to want their part on what you actually make on that money. So they're taxing you on the growth of whatever you made in that account, even though you used after-tax dollars to start that account. Now, do people go this route where they use those specific type of accounts that are taxed that way with their after-tax dollars to create a private retirement account to use for retirement before age 59 and a half? Yes, they do. But oftentimes I think it's because they don't know that there are ways that you can also use after-tax dollars and grow them in accounts where you don't have to pay taxes on the growth. And that is what you should be interested in if wanting to retire before age 59 and a half years old, because what is happening to taxes, or what is presumed to happen to taxes in the near future? They're going to increase. So why put yourself in a situation where even though you're still making income on those after-tax dollars, they're still taxing it? So when a lot of your portfolio focuses on those accounts where you use your after-tax dollars, meaning your tax bill or your tax liability has already been paid, but now the money that grows in that account cannot be taxed as well. And on top of that, when you go to actually take the money out, distribution, it's not taxed either. That is a situation that you want to put yourself in when setting these retirement accounts up for pre-retirement before actual retirement age. Now, what is one of the biggest generations who has put a lot of interest into the retirement structure that I'm describing? Millennials. And yes, although I do look very young, you can tell by my gray hairs that I am an older millennial. I was born in the 80s. And a lot of us have looked around at our baby boomer parents and said, this retirement system that they have sold you on has failed you and is not working. And also we're referring to our grandparents, right? They had tools and accounts that a lot of us do not have access to anymore. One big one, pensions. So by knowing that not a lot of people get pensions anymore, which is an automatic retirement plan, you just turn it on, you now have to structure a retirement plan. You can no longer just push a button and it's there and it exists. And so a lot of millennials also look at the quality of life that not only our country, but the world is offering us. And a lot of us just want more out of life before it's our time to go. So that old model of retiring when you're 65 or 67 or even 72 is just not attractive to us. And we're looking for options to where we can tap out at an earlier age. And building a retirement portfolio with that focus in mind is going to encompass a lot of accounts where you privately have to start and invest on your own without the aid or assistance or governance of retirement savings plans offered by your job and the government. Now, don't scratch your head because you're thinking, Kristen, how is the government offering me this retirement savings plan? It's my job. It's a 403B or a 401k. But what you don't know are those tax codes that I just mentioned, 401 Section K, 403 Section B, and all their sisters, brothers, and cousins in between are actually given to you by the government and applied to an account that a financial company offers you that also benefits your company because when they match dollars, that is a tax write-off for them. So everyone was in agreement of this retirement savings plan for you that told you you have to wait until at least after 59 and a half years old, and that's if you have enough money in there to do so, to actually retire without penalty, and they did not consult with you when they made that decision. So by taking the power in your own hands and ascribing to a private plan that has nothing to do with them, and on top of that, making sure that you've only paid your taxes one time because you used after-tax dollars, meaning you already paid your tax bill, and you placed it in an account that can no longer tax you ever again on growth or distribution, you are using private retirement plans to control your retirement age. Now, the other part to this privatized retirement plan, as I said earlier, was investments that you'll make, such as real estate. That's honestly number one. And so by taking something such as a real estate property or investment and either renting it out while you're in retirement or selling or flipping a property and using the proceeds to fund another private retirement account or a private annuity, you have the ability to create yet another stream of income within your privatized retirement portfolio. So, even if you're watching this and you're not a millennial, or you have no desire to retire before age 59 and a half, or you say, Kristen, I just don't have enough time, I'm too close to age 59 and a half to make this a thing, it's okay. But what I can do is sit down with you and come up with an actual customized plan for your retirement goals and dreams, because what you plan is what you can expect if executed properly. To schedule a consultation, just access the link below at the bottom in the comment section. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube by hitting the subscribe button to follow. See you guys later.